Hey everyone, Toby J here, and you're watching Branson Shenanigans. I got my buddy Mark here with me. And do you ever wonder what happens to the movie star cars when the movies gets over? We're about to find out. We're at a celebrity car museum in Branson. We're gonna go see some cars. Let's go.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
How are you, sir?
Doing good, doing good.
All right.
Good to see you.
Yeah. You too.
Hi, I'm Scott with Celebrity Car Museum. Welcome to our museum. Some of our more popular cars here are from Stranger Things. This one here in particular is probably our most popular Stranger Things. Everyone loved the character Billy, and this was his car. There were actually two of them that were used. The other one was destroyed in the mall scene. You can tell the difference between the two on screen. This one here has got power windows and the other one had roll-up windows. So if you're ever watching it and you see the roll-up windows on the interior shot, that's the other car. And if you see the power windows in the middle, then that's this car.
Ooh, Smokey and the Bandit. I used to love this movie.
Actually, this was the car that Vin Diesel drove in Fate of the Furious, which was the 8th installment of the Fast and Furious franchise. But one of the more interesting things about it, if that wasn't interesting enough, is that after Fate of the Furious, Keanu Reeves actually borrowed this car, and Tanner Faust took him out to Willow Springs, and they taught him how to drift one-handed with this car. And so you can check it out on the John Wick 4 special features on the DVD.
Nice. So how do you come across these cars? Where do you find these?
Well, usually I steal them out of parking lots, but if they didn't leave the keys in them, then sometimes I have to do some negotiating.
Gotcha. Okay. So how did you get into this business? How do you go about collecting cars used in movies?
You know, I grew up, my father was a collector, and I started with props and wardrobe and stuff, and then I realized that being a movie fan and a fan of cars, that was just the path I wanted to go. They're a lot more rare. It's very easy to tell. They all have like VIN numbers, and so they're a lot easier to trace, and it's just more fun to collect because you can hang a shirt on your wall or a jersey on your wall, but you can get in this thing and peel out down the road.
True. Yeah, you have a very cool collection here. This is awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. One interesting thing about this car is, people have always said, what are they going to do next? Where are they going to go in space? And it's like, yeah. And so this is the car that Tyrese and Ludacris go into space in, jet engine and all.
I wonder what kind of gas mileage that gets.
I mean, I would imagine it gets really good gas mileage until you fire that bad boy up.
Hey, I'll bet we can mount that on the back of the Dodge out there you've got. The Charger look real good.
There we go. What do you say, Melissa?
All right.
Well, this is the Shredder. It was actually the brainchild of Peter Berg. He he wanted an actual presence. In the movie, this thing was CGI. It was the weapon that was fired in the movie Battleship. And so he wanted like a physical presence at the premiere and to promote the film. And so he had the Parker brothers build this. And so that's it. It's electric powered, and it's the craziest vehicle on the planet.
And you can hop in this and drive it if you want to?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well then, let's plug this baby in for a bit and let's roll.
Any Twilight fans still out there? It's got Jacob's car.
This is a great example of how vehicles get recycled in Hollywood. This particular car was last used in Land of the Lost. It was Will Ferrell's mode of transportation. But if you trace this vehicle back, this was a Universal car. It was also used in 51st Dates. It was used in The Mist and other things going way, way back. Wow. And so a lot of times they'll take a vehicle and they'll recycle it, they'll repaint it, they'll add props to it, and then you have a totally different thing when you come out the other side.
Cool.
This Terminator 3 Cadillac Hearse is one of the ones used in that sequence. I believe they used 6 or 7 of them. They all had different distress, like you can see the slash marks there and on the roof. By the time they were done with the scene, the last car had the roof totally removed, and he was basically driving a convertible hearse. Right here you can see that it was a close-up car because it's got the tow bar hooks right there. So they were literally towing it behind a vehicle, and then that way he could concentrate on acting rather than driving. One of the more interesting things with Hollywood is how they make the bullet holes or the squibs. And it's a very complicated process. They actually map it all out on several cars because they might use 10 of these taxi cabs, and each of them would be the exact same car. What they do is they would map out the holes. They would drill them out first, then they would knock them through and curve them with a ball-peen hammer, and then they would put explosives behind it. Then they wipe in Bondo and paint the hood, put the hood on, and then it's got a wiring loom that goes inside where either someone can put the wires together and blow them inside, or they can set them from remote. That way when you see ba ba ba, it'll do like a line, and they're all mapped out to go in sequence.
I just thought those guys were really good shots.
Well, you know, they would probably go through a lot more stuntmen if they didn't have the squibs.
Sam and Dean are here protecting baby. Wait.
Toby, 2 pretty cool guys, pretty cool car. I'll bet we could sneak out of here. Just act natural.
Natural?
Yeah, supernatural.
He's all set with a hot dog and a beer.
Absolutely. This is a 1959 Miller Meteor Cadillac Hearse, and that is the correct one that was used in all of the Ghostbusters film. This particular vehicle was built by Joe Pace way back in the 80s, and or late 80s, early 90s, and he made it like the hot rod version of the Ecto 1. This particular one has a crazy stereo system in the back, but not only that, it also glows in the dark. Let me show you.
Glows in the dark?
It glows in the dark. It is the only car I've ever seen that glows in the dark. When we shut off the lights at night, and this thing glows for a few minutes afterwards.
That's awesome. I want that on my car.
Makes me think of the Ecto Cooler.
Yeah, and see, that was the thing, is I think he was trying to capture like the toy market, like what the things that were happening back in the day
Yeah.
when all of the movies were coming out. And I think that's why he kind of went with a different, like a hot rod version. As a matter of fact, it seems like I remember there was like a hot rod Echo one that they made back in those days.
Who you gonna call? Toby, it's the pizza thrower.
Sweet. I got a pizza thrower in my house. We had all the Ninja Turtle toys when I was a kid. I still play with the pizza thrower every once in a while.
Yeah?
It's a terrible way to wake Melissa up though.
True.
This right here is actually a life-size rendition of the original pizza thrower from the 1980s toy. It actually shoots those big prop pizzas, and they designed this thing specially for the 2014 San Diego Comic-Con. It was a Sony Pizza Hut joint venture.
Toby, catch!
Where's the cow?
This here is Alex Van Halen's 2010 R8. It's powered by a V10 Lamborghini engine. It's got the Stasis Extreme kit on it, which comes with a supercharger.
Supercharger?
Yeah, that supercharger back there, and that's a Lamborghini V10. It's also a 6-speed manual with a gated shifter. This car is super fast.
Have you driven it?
Oh, I drive it quite a bit.
So you love it.
Oh yeah. This is like driving a Lamborghini. It's a little more streetable, I would say. You know, it's a little bit easier on you than a Lamborghini, but beautiful car.
Beautiful car.
Eddie Van Halen and Alex Van Halen went out and bought a pair of these together. It's a silver car, and then it was wrapped, but they took them straight to Stasis Extreme and had them supercharged and had all the custom work done to them. Now Stasis has gone out of business, and I think they're now VF, so it's a different company, but they still do the same thing.
Interesting.
I was gonna ask if it was a wrap or not.
Yep. One thing that we also have here is a lot of like music memorabilia. We love Van Halen, got a lot of Van Halen memorabilia. We love John Lennon, Elvis Presley, but one of our favorites is Mr. Riggs. He's a local guy. He plays guitar for Rob Zombie, and they'll be out on tour this summer. Alice Cooper's opening up for them.
These are his guitars?
This guitar right here was in his Never Gonna Stop video. And you can kind of see on the little album cover down there, you can see him playing it with the chain and everything.
Now, where else have I heard his name?
Riggs, well, he owns Monster Tattoo here in Branson, Missouri. He's also the lead singer of Scum of the Earth, and he's Rob Zombie's current guitar player.
Is that one of those guitars there too?
Yep. This right here is Mr. Riggs' Devil Girl guitar. You pull on the knob and the eyes actually light up.
Hey baby, wanna get in my shaggin' wagon?
So, which one of us do you think gets to be dumb? And who's dumber?
I'll probably be dumber.
I'll take Harry or Lloyd. We'll just stick with dumber.
Okay.
There are many cars here we didn't get around to showing, and some we couldn't due to licensing agreements. But there are cool cars all over the place, like this car built by 50 Cent, including a Hayabusa engine that cost over $1.5 million to build. Or Cookie's car from True Blood. It truly is a cool place to see, and next time you're in Branson, you should check it out.
Great Scott! 88 miles an hour, here I come.
Thanks guys for coming.
Great to see
Good
you.
seeing you. Good
for
seeing you.
having us.
And y'all come out and check out the Celebrity Car Museum in Branson, Missouri. We're always switching around cars, so you're bound to see something new.
Man, that was great.
That was pretty cool. So there it is, Branson's Celebrity Car Museum. So we'll put their website below if you want to make a visit their website, set it up. And remember, if you like our channel, hit the like and follow button below. We would appreciate it. Thank you.
Man, we hit that thing hard.
What'd you hit?
Toby, slowly over your shoulder.